Welcome back to the 6th episode in this series, where we adventure together in the world of Old School Runescape. Last episode we were doing some Goblin Diplomacy, and I was just doing a mining run. In this episode I'm hoping to do a bit of magic training, maybe get that last piece of Goblin mail, maybe a quest. We'll see where it goes. I'm okay in this mining round. I was just grabbing a bit of extra copper, that's right. In the last episode I did say, by the way, that I was going to be on holiday this week, so I wasn't going to be doing any episodes, but it occurred to me over the weekend that actually my flight is later tonight, so today is just a regular Monday for myself. So here I am, mining, essentially. This person has a rune pickaxe level 38. I suspect not a bot. I wonder if they'll talk to me. Hello. Oh, no response. Nope, nothing. Maybe it is a bot. A level 38 bot. You do get them. I'm glad I was able to do an episode today before I go on holiday, because honestly, I kind of missed playing this over the weekend. I don't know, there's something about Old School Runescape. It's just a very calming game to play. It's why, of all the games that I could have decided to start streaming, I went with Old School Runescape, because it's just so peaceful and relaxing. I think if you're a person with a more stressful life, it's a really nice game to play. I'm sure there are some stressful bits of RuneScape, like boss killing, for example. I watched a very brief video on how you get those what do you call them, those capes, fire capes, and the boss level looked intense. So much clicking and switching and moving around. I was thinking, that doesn't look relaxing to me. It's not the reason I play RuneScape. I'm sure I'll probably get to that at some point, maybe. Could be fun. Imps. You know, every time I try and kill one of these imps, never get myself a bead. Oh, you know what? I can't be bothered. As soon as they teleport, I'm just like, oh, I'm not wasting all my run energy on this. That imp catcher quest is probably the one that's going to take me the longest, I think. I've just gone to the bank again. I keep doing this. I keep going to the bank. Smelt the ores first. Smelt the ores first. Here we go. Oh, my hair actually has a little ponytail. Oh, I didn't realise that. That's actually quite a feminine haircut I've gone for there. The graphics were not fantastic. I didn't realise this. Oh, another imp. I'm gonna take a shot at that imp after this. One of these days I'll get one bead. God, there's 4 to get. Oh, 13. And I did that thing where I accidentally clicked on something straight after, so now I missed what I was gonna get. Oh, the imp's gone for a drink. the imp's chilling in the bar. Well, he is a little demon. Why not? Come on, imp. I've killed enough of you now to deserve a bead. I'm gonna see what I can smith next. With that new level that I just missed. Come on, bead. Come on. Get a blue wizard hat. You know what? I'm gonna keep that because I'm gonna start doing some magic later. Now, what can I make? Level 13. Of course. Bronze Claws members. Of course. Oh, right. Pin. Right, hold on. Where's the... Right. Back. Here we go. Right, put the wizard hat in there. I'll keep that. And, oh, let's just spread these ashes on the bank teller's desk. Right. Grab a hammer and the rest of the bronze. Let's go and make some more bronze before we go and do some magic. Someone's having a party. All the guards are saying it. Okay. Let's go to the party room. Wait, if I'm in an Ironman mode account, I can't get the items, right? Or does it? I don't think this will work on an Ironman account. Because I don't think Jagex would let you do that on an Ironman account. Get items from a party drop. I mean, I'd like to see how many people are here anyway, but... Ooh. Oh, I watched a video on the party room, by the way. There were lots of theories going around about as an Iron Man, you cannot receive items from the balloons. Come on! I'm gonna stamp on them just to feel like I'm participating. Oh look, we've got an Iron Man person in here as well. Ah well. Ah well. That was not so joyous. Because I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, I could get a really great drop for my Iron Man account, and then I thought, wait, Jagex wouldn't let me do that. That would be cheating in an Iron Man account. And I was right. Damn. Oh well. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I watched a video on those balloons in the party room. There was a myth going around that the triple balloons had a higher chance of getting an item than the single balloons when they drop. It was debunked, basically. It's nonsense. And I think Jagex then confirmed it as well. That it doesn't matter what colour the balloons are, how many there are on the square, it's all the same chance. But I feel like it's one of those superstitious human nature things. It's like somebody goes to the casino and they keep, I don't know, they put their money on, I don't know, a certain number, and they win a few times on that number, and they're convinced that that number is a lucky number and that the system's rigged and that you should always bet on that number. These superstitious theories because they got lucky. It's funny. It's funny. Right, let's make a few chain bodies. I know I can sell those in Falador. What else can I sell in Falador? Shields and maces, I think, are the other things. So, Oh, chain bodies are worth quite a lot. Okay. Let's make some maces then. Come on, smithing skill. I am so close to iron now. What I'm... oh, I can only make a couple of these kite shields. 14. What forgot? Two-handed swords and more information available in the tutor. I don't think I need the tutor. One more kite shield and I've got 1 bar left. So we'll go with a mace. There we go. I'm trying to do, in this series, I'm trying to, in each episode, do a bit of skill training, a bit of questing, a bit of exploring. I'm trying to keep it, you know, fresh. If I just did mining for an entire episode, I feel like that would get a bit boring for people. Although I am curious what people prefer to do in RuneScape. Skill training, questing, exploring, boss fighting. I feel like everybody's got their own preference here. Right, how much do I get for a kite shield? 40 coins. There we go. Now I'm going to sell the maces. When I used to play this game, I was very big on skill training. Mining and smithing, like I think I said on one of the previous episodes. Something satisfying about it. But to be honest, I don't think I played the game in the most interesting way that I could have. How much for a mace? 10 coins. There we go. Oh wow, how many? 21 adamant ones. Somebody's been selling these. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I was thinking about this the other day, like, if you wanted to make RuneScape as boring as possible for yourself, how would you do it? And I was thinking, the best way to make it really boring for yourself would just pick one thing and do it over and over and over again. Only do that one thing. And when you think about it, that's what a lot of people do in RuneScape. Like wood cutting, for example. They just sit and click the same tree over and over and over again, bank the wood, and they don't even do anything interesting with the wood. They then take it to the Grand Exchange and sell it, or they make some bows or whatever and then they sell it. It's the most boring way you could play the game, I think, at least. But I'm curious to know your opinions in the comments section. I want to know if I'm a weirdo for thinking this, or whether this has come, you know, other people have thought this as well, whether this has occurred to other people. And look, I'm not judging anyone. I too have played RuneScape in this way. Actually, I've played it that way for, wow, probably years, actually, now that I think about it. I am just as bad for this as anybody else that might have done it. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to play the game, I guess, the way it was intended, you know. Now, I would like to go over to Lumbridge. So I'd like to do some magic training. So let's grab all the runes that I've got. Or just take all of these. And then I don't really have anything else for magic training. Let's take some food, just in case. Oh, money. Always take money, man. Always take money. And I was thinking, there's a magic shop in Port Sarim. Let's hold on. Why am I wielding a pickaxe? Come on, let's put it back. Don't need a pickaxe for this. There is a magic shop down in Port Sarim, if I remember correctly. I might be able to buy something useful there. I don't have a staff either, actually. I really have nothing for magic, so let's see what the shop sells first. Port Sarim down here somewhere, I think. Here we go. Betty. What do you have, Betty? Okay, I already have the wizard hat. Oh, that totally looks like a party hat, that, doesn't it? I have no idea what a pack involves. 430 coins. Must be quite a lot of runes. Eye of Mute. Chaos runes. Right, how much is a mind rune? Okay, well, I don't have many of these, and assuming that I'll be training my air spell first. That's 1 mind, 1 air. Water is an air and a water. Pretty much always need air runes, don't you? Oh, okay. Right. So we've got a few water runes anyway. Let's buy 10 mind runes. Well, 20. Otherwise this is going to be a very short a short magic training session. It looks like we're going to need a lot of air runes. So how much are those? 4 coins. Okay. Buy some air runes. That'll do, I think. For now. Not sure what I actually want to spend all my money on, so all I have is this wizard's hat. This is the weakest wizard ever. I'm literally just wearing a hat. I couldn't look more noobish. Right. So I was thinking, I still need that piece of goblin mail for the Goblin Diplomacy. I need the brown one, which I think is the original one. If I remember, goblins over here do drop the brown goblin mail. So let's get, well, let's start using magic. By the way, I really don't like the way that you can do this with magic. You can stand on one side of the fence and train it without being hit. I feel like this is not... I don't know, I feel like it's not the way... It feels like cheating, doesn't it? Does nobody else feel like this feels like cheating? Whoops, whoops, whoops. Now, you know, I think if I had a staff, I could auto-cast this. Is that how it works? If you've got a staff, you can auto-cast? Ooh, level 2. Nothing at level 2. I should be picking up these items because... Well, actually, they'll stay there, I think. If I'm on an Ironman account, can other people pick up my items? Right, Goblin. The computer's not very good at, what do you call it, pathing, I think it's called in gaming. You know, realizing that it can't get me and to go around the obstacle. I feel like that should really be added into RuneScape. I suppose everybody that does magic and ranged would then start. Oh, is that? It is. It looks like goblin mail. I think it is original brown goblin mail. We got it. All right. Oh, hello. I'm donating to the victims of crime. A kebab. Finally, I can retire and live the life of my dreams. Oh god, I've got to keep clicking this. Right. Next time we do magic, we're buying a staff. I think it allows you to auto cast spells. So I don't remember a way of doing it without a staff. Oh, level 3. Reduces your opponent's attack by 5%. I mean, I do have a couple of mind runes to use. And some earth runes. So let's do it. Confuse. Really, I want to get to level 5 so I can use my water runes. A beer. Confuse. And a mist, of course. I do like magic. In my very old account many years ago when I played RuneScape, I was a magic guy. Wait, wizard. I was a wizard. Magic guy. Gosh. My vocabulary. A wizard. I was a wizard. And I really enjoyed it. I think it's the most entertaining way of playing combat in RuneScape, definitely. But I think it's the most expensive, if I remember correctly. So, you know, pros and cons. Beer and some bones. What runes have I got left? 10. Okay, let's use the rest of the runes, see if we can get to a better level. Ooh, hitting 2s now. I'm so happy I got that goblin mail. Of course, the goblin village is now on the other side of the map. We shall return to it later with that goblin mail. Oh, last one. I only hit a 1. I'm gonna have to finish off this goblin with a punch. There we go. Lethal punch. Right. Berry bones. Not sure if I'm ever going to drink that beer. I don't drink myself, by the way. Yeah. Next time we go training magic, we shall go and get a staff first. I'll need to remember that. Should we start a quest while we're here? I think there's a quest in here, if I remember. Is it Father Eric or... No, it won't be the prayer tutor. Father Eric. Saradamin. Oh, I've forgotten about the RuneScape gods. I'm looking for a quest. Who says that? I'm looking for a quest. The Restless Ghost quest. Oh, this takes me back. A ghost you need to get rid of. My friend Father Ernie. If I said that right. Living as a hermit in Lumbridge Swamp. Okay. Okay, well, since I'm not training magic, and I may be going through a swamp with things that could hurt me, especially since I'm combat level 13, but still, I think it would be safer if I went and put on some armor. Ooh, a mind rune. Yoink! Right. Let's put back all the runes. Don't need those now. We'll keep the food. Oh, put away the goblin mail. Precious goblin mail. I'll keep coins because I'm questing. Let's just grab all my gear. That's all I need, right? Still got these emeralds. Ah, man, I'm in such a oh, I need the kite shield, right. I really don't know whether to sell those emeralds or wait to use them in crafting. Why am I wearing a wizard hat? Right. Here we go. Let's get my quest on. No, I need to go through the swamp, don't I? Wait, where am I going? Where's this guy gonna live? Okay, there's one of two places he can be. Let's check this one first, because I don't know which one he's likely going to be in. 10, 10, 10. I don't want to train any of these because they're so beautifully even. 10, 10, 10. If I have to attack something, I don't want... If one of these levels goes up to 11, I hope everyone realizes I'm going to have to train the others to get to 11. I'm one of those people who just, you know, like one of those people that has to have the volume in the car on either 10, 12 or 15 or 18 or 20. Like 17 and 16 are unacceptable levels of volume in the car. Hey, another hardcore Ironman. Oh, he's level 37. Nice. Right, it looks like the person I'm looking for is not in this one. So let's move on to the next one. Giant rats and frogs. Here we go. Right. Yep, that's the guy. Father Ernie. I don't know how you say this. Ernie. I'm going with Ernie. Sounds like Bert and Ernie though. Oh wow. Wow. This guy is mean. He's got a ghost haunting his graveyard. Of course you can't. That would mean the quest was too easy if you did it. 2 years of prayer and meditation. An amulet. Oh, the amulet of ghost speak. Wow. Sorry, this game brings back such memories and nostalgia. I like. Yeah, I do remember this. I kind of I have faint memories of it. I don't have a fantastic memory, by the way, everyone. Like if you asked me what I was like as a child, I'd be like, I don't know. I have. It's sad, but I struggle to remember what I did yesterday, you know, so like, yeah. But I do have many memories of RuneScape, and when you play them, they all come flashing back. It's interesting. Right. So I've got this amulet of Ghost Speak, and we're trying to get rid of a ghost in the... I think you go to this coffin, right? I should talk to the ghost in the graveyard. The crypt. Oh, this must be the crypt. Oof. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I need to put on the amulet. Gotcha. I hear you, RuneScape. Yes, I understood what you said. Tell me what the problem is. Why is he doomed to be a ghost? Someone stole my skull. Bloody kids. It was one of the warlocks who lives in the big tower by the sea. Southwest from here. That's going to be the wizard's tower. Okay, that's going to be the wizard's tower, right? Of course. Yeah. Okay. To the wizard's tower then. Oh, another hardcore Iron Man. You know, isn't it? When you're wearing a certain piece of armor, you then recognize everybody else that's wearing that same piece of armor. You probably saw those people beforehand, but you just never registered them because you weren't paying attention. It's like when you were back at school and you'd see probably everybody's faces on a pretty regular basis, but then when you made a new friend, you saw them everywhere. You just recognized them everywhere, and you can't believe how many times you ran into them, and you must have walked past them before, but you never realized. The brain likes to recognize what we like. You see, he's got an air staff. That's something I probably need. Right, somewhere in this wizard's tower. I need to be careful not to attack any of these wizards because they will destroy me. Somewhere in this tower, we're looking for a... Oh yeah, we're looking for a skull. Okay, up or down? Up or down, up or down. I'm going to go with down. Okay. So somebody's going to have a skull. Who's this? The Archmage. Double check this. Go and search the wizard's tower for a ghost skull. Okay. So we don't need to talk to anyone, we need to search stuff. Bookcases. I feel like it's not going to be in a bookcase. A skull. If I was a skull, where would I be? It's got to be something I can search. I can't search these wizards. If you were going to hide a skull, where would you hide it, people? In drawers? That's... Nope. But the fact that I can open them is interesting. Come on, be in this one. No. More drawers. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go around this entire building searching everything, aren't I? Search altar. I thought you could pray. Oh, it's on the top. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What level is this guy? 13. Oh, bugger. Okay, I got this. I got this. I got food. We're cool. I think. I know, it looks like a pretty even fight so far. Uh-oh. Come on. Hit a 2 already. There we go. Hitting 2s. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna eat some food here. I don't like how low health I'm on. Where'd he go? Did he just chicken out of a fight? What the hell? Was I supposed to... Was I taking too long to kill him? Did the game just get impatient with me? It's like, I'm done with you. This is taking too long. Okay, well, I got the skull. That's the only important thing. It's the skull of the ghost that is haunting Lumbridge Graveyard. Excellent. No, I'm left feeling unsatisfied that I didn't kill that skeleton now. I realise that statement makes me sound like a bit of a maniac, but you know what I mean. It's a skeleton, it was dead anyway. Actually, if a skeleton is up and walking and fighting, it's alive. It's not dead, is it? You know in films when they say, oh, you don't want to mess with the dead because you can't kill the dead, and it's like, right, but if they're up and around and chatting and talking, they're not really dead, are they? They're not the dead, they're the alive, actually. Maybe a different way of being alive, but it just doesn't make sense to call something that's up and about dead. It's not dead, is it? Why am I going back to the bank? I need to go back to the priest? Vicar? What do you call him? Wow, that's a cool sword. What the hell's that? Level 125. Oof. I don't know though, that sword looks like it should be something out of Final Fantasy or something, not RuneScape. Right, father. Oh wait, no, hold on. I need to put the skull back, don't I? Sorry folks. It's morning here, I've not woken up yet. Right. If I was a RuneScape programmer, I'd say use and then on the coffin. There we go. Thank you, stranger. He jumped in the river? Why did he jump in the river? Is water where ghosts go to rest? Is that a thing? I don't, okay. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. 1 quest point, a lot of prayer experience, and a ghost speak amulet. When would Prayer level 12. Gosh. So prayer level increases your combat level, apparently. I didn't know that. I suppose it is combat related, isn't it? Yeah. I have no idea when this Ghost Speak amulet is ever going to be useful. It's a reward I'm not terribly excited about, but it's cool. It's cool. I'll take it. Oh, I do love seeing a green text in that block of red. I think this is why the RuneScape game resonated with me so much. There's a satisfaction to it. It's so simple and colourful, relaxing, pleasant, you know, it's my kind of game. It's my kind of game. Right, I say we take this goblin mail back. Maybe we can do 2 quests in one episode. Let's put the kebab back and the Ghost Speak amulet. I don't see myself ever using that. Okay, the only thing is though, oh, I should be wearing gloves, shouldn't I? I always forget this. I made gloves and I never wear them. Now the problem is that the goblin village is so far away. We'll just make our way there. It's all the way up there somewhere. We'll go past, in between Draenor and Falador. Yeah, we'll go up that way. I'm curious, for those that are watching, did you used to play RuneScape when you were younger, perhaps? I can't remember how many years this game's been around now, but it's got to be a lot. And isn't it funny how I find RuneScape a really interesting case in games, because it's a game that it's been developed over decades now, and I think they're on what, RuneScape 3 they call it now. And it's funny how they built so many of these new features. RuneScape 3 is so different from Old School Runescape now. Like, it's almost a completely different game. And yet, more... I think this is right, as of today. I seem to remember reading this somewhere, that more users play Old School RuneScape now than they play the modern version of RuneScape. So, all that effort that Jagex spent building all these new things and new features and new designs and gameplay, and people prefer the old stuff. So if you want to look at it from a business perspective, it was a terrible decision. They spent loads of money on building all this stuff, and it's not what people wanted. It's not what people wanted. More people play Old School RuneScape than RuneScape 3. So, and well, I'm not a game developer, so I'm not qualified to say why that is. But I can say personally, it's because Old School RuneScape is simpler. It's simpler. It's nice and easy. Everything is, you know, it's like when you look at the game Minecraft. It's so simple. There's no fancy graphics. There's no fancy combat. Nothing like that. It's all very, very simple stuff, but people love it. so many people play Minecraft. I mean, how much did Notch sell it for? It was like a sickening amount of money. And it was a really simple game. Like I say, not a game developer, but I do feel like there's so many lessons to be learned here in RuneScape that just because something's fancier and more complicated doesn't mean it's better. I don't think so anyway. In fact, one of the reasons I don't like buying membership of RuneScape, I probably will in the future, but I don't like doing it straight away, is because it's so much more complicated. Like if you look at the cooking skill, and you look at what members can make and what non-members can make, and it's so much more complicated in members. Now don't get me wrong, you want to do those things when you get bored of the free-to-play stuff, but I just feel like, yeah, lessons to be learned. That's my conclusion here. Right, General Warface. Oh my god, I just can't listen to these goblins anymore. This is so ridiculous. He looks fat. Right, I have some brown armor. Hey, a cutscene. We're making progress. Put on this armor. This is just so wrong. I don't know, it just... That colour quite nice. Oh my god. Oh, thank goodness. I think I've done it. Yes! Finally. Oh, brilliant. I've done it. 5 quest points, 200 experience. That's not very much. Ooh, a gold bar. Crafting level 6. I can now craft gold necklaces. Ooh. I could actually craft a gold necklace then. I've got a gold bar. Goblin Diplomacy done. Look at that. Oh, finally. 2 quests in 1 episode. Awesome. I did think about getting into game development when I was back at university, because I knew I loved computers, technology. Obviously, I liked gaming. I grew up in the 90s. Well, I say I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 90s, sorry. I'll say I grew up in the 2000s. But, like, it was definitely a consideration. But I was really deterred when I found out that game developers get about the same as other programmers, but they're sort of worked like dogs. Because it's such a competitive industry and so many programmers want to, you know, build games, because, you know, so many programmers love video games, that the competition is just crazy. And if you've got a huge supply of programmers but only so many jobs, then, you know, you're going to end up working for less and you're going to be competing with loads of people, so you just don't have as fun a time of it. And I've heard in that industry they work people pretty hard, so it doesn't sound very fun. I was really kind of put off by that, to be honest. And to be honest, actually, when thinking about it, that's what most people have said about it. They've said, yeah, it's really like the competition between companies is really fierce. The deadlines are really unrealistic. So you'll have a boss that says, you know, oh, we need to suddenly have this feature built by, you know, 3 o'clock today. you know, just unrealistic and unreasonable deadlines, which as a programmer in the industry, I see all the time. I won't get into it because there's a whole story as to how the programming industry works, but maybe a story for another time. But yeah, in the game industry, I've heard it's even worse. So that's the reason I didn't get into game development when I was learning to program. To be honest, I think it was a good decision, because I've also been told that if you work in something that you love, I think I just stole that imp from that guy. If you work in something that you love, you can end up ruining your passion. So I've heard people who love to cook, for example, then ended up going to be a chef, and it ruined their passion for cooking because they're cooking all day. They didn't want to get home and cook for themselves. They were done, you know, and so it ruined the experience for them. Personally, I build websites, so I'm a web developer, and I enjoy it, I like it, but it's not like a personal hobby of mine. I don't come home and build websites for funsies. It's not. I don't do that in my spare time, unless I have maybe a business idea or something, but that's different. I wouldn't describe it as a personal hobby, so I don't think it can be ruined for me. The experience can't really be ruined. Do often find myself going back though and wondering what my career would be like if I'd chosen something else to program. I think I'm about to go up a mining level, but I don't think you get anything at 23. What I really want is smithing 15. I'm so close, I can taste it. I can finally start smithing iron. I still need to get a mithril pickaxe, don't I? I forget that I can use mithril. I've not. But they were expensive, weren't they? By the way, for anybody watching this still towards the end of the stream, if there's anything that you want me to do in RuneScape, what adventure you want me to go on, quests you want me to do, places to explore, completely open to suggestions. It really doesn't matter to me. I think everything is fun in RuneScape, unless don't ask me to consistently mine iron for an hour straight. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to lie to you. It has to be fun. Fun for the average person. You might find mining iron for an hour fun. Maybe. I'm not going to judge, but I won't. So. One of the reasons I quite like this mine is I really love the music. I think it's called General or something. Oh, Emperor. The track being played is called Emperor. I think it's one of my RuneScape favorites. Do we think we can get 15 smithing this round? I don't know. It'd be really unsatisfying to finish this episode and not get 15 smithing. And I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I won't be able to do any of these episodes for about a week. So for a week I'll almost be 15 smithing. That would be really unsatisfactory, shall we say. Although, to be honest, if I get 15 smithing, even if I get it by the end of the episode, I'll have unlocked iron, but then I won't be able to make any for a week. So it'll be equally unsatisfying, actually. That makes me feel a little bit better. I know it might be strange to say this, but I think one of my least favourite songs, and not least favourite actually, there's quite a lot of songs in RuneScape, but a song that I don't particularly care for that much is the Falador music. I've forgotten what it's called, but it starts when you come through the gate, doesn't it? Arrival. Yeah, Arrival. It's okay. I get that it, because this is the White Castle city and it's knights and stuff, that it has to be something a bit different. It's just not my style of music. Oh, I've done it again. I've gone to the bank with the oars. I wonder how many times in these episodes I'm gonna go to the bank with ore. I could probably start counting, but I think it's at least 4 or 5. 4 or 5 by now, I reckon. Right, smelt some copper. Yeah, I'm not going to get level 15. I think it's too far away. I don't know if you get this little progress bar in the regular RuneScape launcher. I know I'm using RuneLite, so I know I get this here, but if this little bar thing is not in the original RuneScape launcher, that's one of the first features they should build. It's my favourite feature. I don't turn a lot of RuneLite features on, by the way. You'll notice I don't have squares everywhere on the floor and stuff, because I think it takes away from the original game. But this one, the experience monitor, I love that. Love it. One of my favourite things about RuneLite. I also watched a video on RuneLite. It's quite an interesting story, actually. It's not, I don't think it's owned by Jagex, but it's become closely related or something like that. Well, I didn't get my magic level up very high this time, but it seems like it's quite an expensive endeavour to train magic. So, if there are no other suggestions for the next episode, I might try starting some rune crafting. I know you have to do a quest, I think, to start rune crafting. So that is a potential idea for the next episode. Because if I could make a whole bunch of runes, that would be train my mining level at the same time, and I could get my magic up a bit. Because I have to say, magic is a terribly useful skill. I mean, once you get to the teleports, Baroque, Lumbridge, Falador teleports, so useful. What levels are those? 37. It's quite a long way away, actually. Telekinetic grab, I never really used that much in the past, to be honest. Bones to bananas. Has that ever been useful? Does anybody ever do that? Bones to bananas? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. It's been fun. There won't be another episode for probably roughly another week. I just found an emerald. Ooh. But I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I'll see you next time, everyone.